But Fox News is confirming that the coroner arrived this afternoon in the Grand Teton National Forest in Moose, Wyoming, where agents have been looking for the missing Florida woman. 10 minutes later, canine search teams began leaving the area. Petito, who was 22, was reported missing over a week ago after her fiance returned to their Northport home without her. Brian Laundrie, who's 23, was later named a person of interest in the case, but he himself later went missing. Now, multiple law enforcement agencies have spent the weekend combing.
Everyone, just really quickly, there is a body that has been found in Wyoming in the search area where they have been searching for Gabby Petito. They have located a body. I'm going to let this play. We are waiting for some sort of confirmation of identity, but a body has been found in Wyoming in the search area.
Dispersed camping area located in the Grand Teton National Forest on
Y'all,
the
let's
east boundary
pray.
of Grand
Please
Teton
pray for.
National Park. A family traveling through Grand Teton National Park posted a video Sunday morning that they believe shows Gabby
Please share
Petito's
this
van on
video.
August 27th, 2 days after
Definitely
Petito
subscribe
last
to
spoke
the
to her
channel.
mother.
But a body has been found where the Gabby Petito search
Now, again, a body has been found
is
in
underway.
the Wyoming search site, but we have no confirmation of identity. But when we have any confirmation, if we have any confirmation, we will bring that to you here on Live Now. But we also will have that press conference at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Mountain time.
All right, so we got a press conference coming up in less than 45 minutes. I'm going to stay live while we're just going to stay live, guys, because there's a lot happening. So we got a press conference coming up in about 40 minutes. And again, a body has been located and found in the search area with Mrs. Gabby, where Miss Gabby Petito, they've been searching for her. So we are going to continue to listen to this breaking news. My apologies, guys. I accidentally closed the tab here. Give me a second. I'm going to bring it right back up here. Again, a body has been found in the search area in Wyoming.
Wyoming in the same area where officials are searching for Gabby Petito, but there is no confirmation yet on the identity. Fox News confirms the coroner arrived this afternoon in the Grand Teton National Forest in Moose, Wyoming, where agents have been looking for the missing Florida woman. 10 minutes later, canine search teams began leaving the area. Petito, 22 years old, was reported missing over a week ago after her fiance returned to their Northport home without her. Brian Laundrie, 23 years old, was later named a person of interest in the case, but he himself later went missing. Now, multiple law enforcement agencies have spent the weekend combing the swampy Carlton Preserve in Venice. Laundrie's parents picked up his car there on Tuesday, but did not report him missing until late Friday. So far, search teams have not found anything in the 25,000-acre preserve. Meanwhile, the search for Gabby went underway in the west, not far from the traveling couple had been last seen together. And the FBI on Sunday said law enforcement agencies were searching the Spread Creek dispersed camping area located in the Grand Teton National Forest on the east boundary of Grand Teton National Park. A family through Grand Teton National Park posted a video Sunday morning that they believed showed Gabby Petito's van on August 27th, 2 days after Petito last spoke to her mother.
And I'd like to tell you guys just what they are saying on Fox, just looking at some news articles.
But thank you all for being with us here on Live Now as we bring you this breaking news coverage. Gabby?
Basically, the FBI Denver office just tweeted out 9 minutes ago that FBI Denver and the National Park Service law enforcement partners will be providing a major update in the investigation into Gabriel Gabby Petito's disappearance at 4 p.m. Mountain Time at the Craig Thomas Discovery and Visitor Center in Grand Teton National Park. Fox News also confirmed with the Teton County Coroner, Brent Blue, he has arrived in the Bridger Teton National Forest where a body has been found, which is the same area officials have been searching for in the case of Gabby Petito. They also confirmed that about 10 minutes after the coroner arrived on the scene, search dogs participating in the search have left the search area. The Mobile Command Center has also left the Brian Laundrie, Florida search area. But the dogs that were searching for Gabby have now left the area, and the coroner is now on site at the Bridger Teton National Forest. Again, the FBI in Denver and the National Park Service is holding a conference here in less than 45 minutes. And they have a major announcement they're going to be making. So that is what we know so far. I'm going to let this continue to play here, guys, and we're just going to stay live.
Researchers are looking for her, and a press conference from the FBI will happen within the next 45 minutes or so, and we will bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox. A body has been found in Wyoming where searchers are looking for missing woman Gabby Petito. The body was found in Teton County. The coroner said that a body has been found, but the person's identity has not yet been confirmed. Petito vanished in August while traveling across the country with her boyfriend Brian Laundrie. He returned home without her and has been named a person of interest. While Laundrie has remained silent as charges for Gabby get underway, or searches for Gabby get underway, rather, her family has become increasingly vocal in the calls for him to talk and for the public to be on the lookout. And our eyes have been on this case for the last couple of weeks, especially this past week, as all of these searches have gone underway for Gabby Petito. And now we have this breaking news that a body has been found at the Wyoming search site. Again, no confirmation yet on the identity, but at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, the FBI is expected to give a press conference with more updated information. And thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox, where we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the nation. You're watching Live Now from Fox. I'm Stephanie Weaver, reporting out of Los Angeles and bringing you this breaking news coverage. In the Gabby Petito case, a body has been found in Wyoming, where searchers are still looking for her. Fox News Digital confirms that Teton County Coroner Brent Blue has arrived in the Bridger Teton National Forest. A body has been found in the same area officials have been searching for Gabby Petito. Fox News Digital can also confirm that about 10 minutes after the coroner arrived on the scene, search dogs participated in the search and then left the search area. Again, the FBI alerting and FBI Denver alerting that law enforcement partners will provide an update in the investigation into Gabby Petito's disappearance at 4 p.m. Mountain Time at the Craig Thomas Discovery and Visitor Center in the Grand Teton National Park.
It's kind of crazy because
this is all the information we have at this time, but in about 40 minutes or so, we should have that updated press conference and more information on this. But a body has been found where Gabby Petito's search has been underway in Wyoming. But again, to be clear, we still have no confirmation on the identity of the body.
And, you know, I've been telling you guys the same thing. We're all getting our information
Now,
from
Fox
the
News
same
Digital
sources.
confirms
So
that
you
the
guys,
coroner, Brent Blue, has arrived in
you
the
guys
Bridger
just
Teton
continue
National
to hang
Forest.
in there
That's where a
for
body
right
has been
now,
found in that same.
because we're not going to know anything for about less than 40 minutes. They're going to have a major press conference. So, again, a body has been found in this national park where they've been searching for days. Again, Brian Laundrie is currently missing as well. He made it home to Florida driving Gabby's vehicle, and now he's missing. Uh, and there's searches underway for him at the moment. And there's many reasons to, you know, what people are thinking as far as why he may be missing. But I can tell you that him and his family have did absolutely nothing to help law enforcement find Gabby. They have not spoken to law enforcement at all.
He returned home without her and has been named a person of interest. While Laundrie has remained silent as searches for Gabby get underway, her family has become increasingly vocal in the calls for him to talk and for the public to be on the lookout. Now, again, a body has been found in the Wyoming search site, but we cannot confirm an identity. Again, there is going to be a press conference at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and when that happens, we will bring all of that latest information to you here on Live Now from Fox.
All right, so right now we know we're not going to know anything else for another at least another 20, 30 minutes, okay? That's what I'm thinking too, John. I'm thinking that as well. He went missing again. There's a huge search going on for him in Florida. But, you know, again, you guys come on into the stream. We are gearing up for this news conference that's going to happen here in just a few minutes, where the National Park Service and the FBI is going to be making a major announcement. A coroner has arrived in the Grand Teton National Forest. There's been no no confirmation that this is Gabby's body that has been found, but there's signs that seem to be alluding to that. But again, there's no confirmation of this. Search dogs have left the scene, which means that they're no longer there searching. That means a lot. So I'd like to play a quick video for you, because what we're watching, that's essentially they're just repeating the same thing over and over. But I want you all to get an understanding of the timeline in this case while we await this press conference to come on. So here we go.
Again, investigators here all across the U.S. are piecing together a timeline. We want to share that with you that they're hoping will help them track down Gabby. And here's what we've been able to determine based on social media posts and interviews. According to the family, Gabby and her fiance, Brian Laundrie, took off on a cross-country road trip. That was July 2nd. And between that date and then the end of August, they posted on Instagram from a number of beautiful locations, Kansas, Colorado, Utah, seeing all the sights. On August 12th, right in the middle of that window, Moab, Utah police responded to this domestic dispute between Gabby and Laundrie. Based on what we hear on the body camera video, they had been fighting. Somebody reported it. They ended up leaving, and then the cops caught up with them. That's where the body camera video came from. Almost 2 weeks later, on August 25th, one last post on Gabby's Instagram account reads, "Happy Halloween." That's also the last day her parents spoke with her. Laundrie returned home to Northport on September 1st, but in the same van that they drove across the country without Gabby now. 10 days later, her family reported her missing. Now, meantime, Laundrie's been refusing to speak with detectives. A retired Tampa FBI agent says there's a puzzle here investigators can piece together even without his help.
Just about everything we use these days leaves a digital footprint, whether you pay with a credit card, your phone hitting a cell tower, your connected device, your Apple Watch, hitting a cell tower. So they can pretty quickly put together a timeline to see if what they know to be true and what the boyfriend had said in the past is true.
Right. Boyfriend, of course, the fiance, Brian Laundrie. Remember the press conference the other day, the police had in Northport, they did say that Laundrie's attorney had turned over his cell phone. So they do have that. His attorneys also said that he's advised Laundrie and his parents to remain in the background and not comment on this case.
Well, tonight we also have a major update on the murders of the two women in the town of Moab during the same time that Gabby and Brian were there. Late today, investigators say the murders of the women who were recently married are not related to Gabby's disappearance. One of the women works at the Moonflower Co-op, which is where police were called to investigate the domestic incident involving Gabby and Brian. Well, tonight, police say the two cases, they're not linked, but they did not reveal any new details about the murders of the two women, including whether they have identified any suspects.
And while
Shout out to my wifey, Heidi Flies in the chat. Flyucci Airlines podcast and TV. Y'all definitely check out Heidi Fly and subscribe to her channel. Much love.
Families pleading for help.
Much
finding
love.
a woman who disappeared after she took a cross-country trip.
We are just standing by, guys, right now as we await a news conference to begin. Shout out to the 150 in the room. I'm streaming all over. You guys just stick with us. We are just waiting on the FBI and the National Park Services news conference, which will happen in 31 minutes from now. The body has not, well, it hasn't been identified publicly yet. It is still unconfirmed at this time. But a body has been located in Grand Teton National Park. The coroner is there. The dogs that were searching have now left the scene. This is for Gabby's case right now. Brian Laundrie is still nowhere to be found. Let's listen to a little bit of this, you guys.
For their boyfriend.
Two people went on a trip, one person returned.
Still no sign of Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old woman from Long Island.
When his mother didn't text me back the day I was trying to report her missing, I knew that something was wrong.
Now police have named him a person of interest.
Why? Why are you silent?
What does it take to get a more in-depth look into the week's top local news stories? The Debrief brings you inside for a one-on-one conversation with our reporters every week, right here, right now. The Debrief.
Hello, welcome to The Debrief. I'm Paisley Chang. The search for Gabby Petito is spanning several states and jurisdictions, which is why we find ourselves here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where Gabby Petito's family has come to search for her themselves. This is very important to the family. That's why we're doing the podcast. They're trying to drum up interest and to keep Gabby's disappearance in the news so that they can try to get as many people to help find her as possible. And so I encourage you to listen to this podcast and to share it with as many people as you can. Let's start with what we know. 22-year-old Gabby Petito, who's from Blue Point, Long Island, moved to Florida in 2019 to live with her then boyfriend, now fiance, Brian Laundrie. Her family says that on July 2nd, the two embarked on a cross-country journey. They packed Gabby's white Ford van and headed west, hitting popular national parks along the way while documenting the entire experience on YouTube and Instagram. On video, their cross-country trip looked beautiful. Their relationship loving and affectionate. They were supposed to end up in Portland, Oregon in October. But now Brian Laundrie is back in Florida with Gabby's van, and Gabby is nowhere to be found. Her family is clearly distraught and distressed. And so we caught up with Jim Schmidt, her stepfather, who came all the way from Blue Point, Long Island to here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, to help with the search himself. Jim, you've been on the ground since yesterday. What has it been like?
It's been pretty crazy here. Just trying to touch base with law enforcement, let them know we're here, that we're here for whatever they need to assist them in the investigation. We're committed to finding Gabby and doing whatever it takes to help them.
And tell me what you're doing here to help people find Gabby. Who have you been talking to?
We've just been out here basically handing out some flyers for the most part. We don't have any people that we're with that are out in the woods. We're not out in the woods. That's not what we're here for. We're just here to support law enforcement with whatever they need.
And you want to also just jog people's memories, right? Like if you happen to see someone or if someone sees the poster, maybe they'll say something.
Yes. Yesterday when we were handing out some of the flyers, we're putting up in some of the businesses. We walked into one business in particular, and as soon as I walked in, the lady recognized my face. And I had the poster in my hand, and she just started to tear up. It was really touching. So they're very aware of it out here. This is a very transient area, which we're learning, and that's one of the other reasons why we're out here. A lot of people coming in and out. So we're just asking that anybody who has been to this area, has visited, taking pictures, videos, whatever it may be, to go back and look at those and take a look to see if there's anything that may be in there that could help us and help the police do what they have to do to find Gabby.
We know the one person who might know where Gabby is, right?
Yes.
We know there's one person who knows where she is, but they can't get him to talk. Is that ridiculous to you?
It's absolutely absurd. I fully understand a person's constitutional rights, the right to not speak in a situation like this, but everything you see on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, you refer to her as the love of your life. Everything seemed to be happy. You were on a cross-country trip with her, and suddenly you're silent. Why? Why are you silent? Whatever may or may not have happened, you need to speak up. This is about Gabby and finding her, bringing her home to us, so we know she's safe. It's unfathomable why he's not speaking.
It was revealed that your wife's last message that she received from Gabby said, "Service poor in Yosemite." That made no sense to you because she wasn't supposed to be there, right?
The timeline now that we know that the van and he were back in Florida on September 1st, and looking at the time frame from the last text messages, it's really calling into question who sent them, where they came from, and we don't know, and it's upsetting.
The video, I'm sure you saw it, right?
Yes, we had a chance to review it.
What did you think when you saw it? What were your initial thoughts?
It was very upsetting to see them, a little bit of a disagreement, seeing her so upset. It was upsetting.
And we had spoken to your wife before. She said she had no hesitations about her going on this trip at all.
No, none at all. They took a trip within the last year and a half, and they enjoyed it. They loved it. They had done a lot of other trips in the meantime. They had fun, and they were really looking forward to it. When they were at our house before they left on July 2nd, they were so excited. They were getting the van ready, and they couldn't wait to go.
And to see them, fighting and her so distressed, and actually the cops reacting the way they did, what do you hope? What do you wish those cops would have done?
I can't comment too much on or speculate on what I wish they would have done. What was done is done. They're traveling together in a small van together, so I'm sure there's going to be moments when you get a little frustrated or whatever it may be. But they did what they did, and You know, that's it.
You're visiting random campsites. You're talking to random strangers because you don't know where she is, but Brian does. What do you want Brian to do?
Just want Brian to speak up and tell us where she is. Where was the last place you were with her? That way we can bring her home. It's what has to be done. It's the right thing to do.
Lots of questions here, particularly why Brian Laundrie hasn't spoken to police yet. He was Gabby's travel companion and her fiance. To find out more about the latest on the investigation, we spoke with Josh Taylor of the Northport, Florida Police. Here's what he told us. Josh, what is the latest in this case?
Sure. So I think some of the latest is that we have a new FBI tip line that we're trying to get out there for anybody who may have seen Gabby or Brian and their vast travels, certainly in the last 3 weeks. And that number is 1-800-CALL-FBI. Another detail is that we are now the lead investigating agency in this, working alongside the FBI and still working alongside the Suffolk County Police Department. Also new is the fact that we've now identified Brian as a person of interest in this case. And the fact we have revealed that we believe he was back here in Northport roughly 10 days before her family reported her missing.
What new information leads you to call him a person of interest now?
Well, we're now the lead agency, so we can call him.
Hey guys, sorry, let me mute this. Just jumping in here. Thank you, Dolly. Just jumping in here and just letting you guys know that right now we are still awaiting a news conference from the FBI. The Denver FBI office tweeted just moments ago that a news conference is coming. There's a major announcement. A body has been located in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. The coroner's office has arrived on the scene, and the search dogs that were there searching at the time have left the area, which indicates that they are no longer searching for Gabby. So that is what we know right now. We are still awaiting, like I said, this news conference that's going to start in a matter of moments here. So just continue to stand by with us as we listen to more of this story. Now let's go back and hear if Fox Digital is, saying anything different than previous, because they were the ones that were, they were repeating themselves over and over and over, sort of a thing. But let's see if there's been any updates from Fox Digital, who has been reporting on this body. Now, this is the body cam that we watched in the last video. And Gabby almost got arrested for domestic violence, believe it or not. There was some kind of a struggle, some sort of a fight. But this was a trip that this couple took to cross the country in a van, to just live free, that sort of thing. And this was a 4-month cross-country trip. They made several visits to several different places. There's tons of social media, posts and things like that that were shown. And so it was insane when Brian Laundrie showed back home up in Florida, where he and Gabby were living with his mother, his parents, by the way, okay? His parents, him and Gabby were living with his parents. She's 22, he's 23. He arrives home in Gabby's car, but no Gabby, and didn't even report her missing. Her family, Gabby's family, had to report Gabby missing. It's an unbelievable situation. And it was, even to make it even worse, 10 days after he returned. Very heartbreaking. But this case is gotten attention like none other. Right now, they're showing body cam footage from when an incident occurred in Moab, Utah, between Gabby and Brian. There was a fight. She admitted hitting him and scratching him and things like that. And the police were called and they were separated for the night. But y'all know how that goes. They, of course, ended up right back together. And the weirdest thing of all is right at the time that Gabby went missing in this national park, or this incident happened in Moab, Utah. Okay, the next day, 2 women were found shot to death in Moab, Utah, while camping in the woods. And police at first said they didn't know if there was anything related to these 2. And, I don't know anymore as far as if they actually have a reason to think that maybe it's not related now. But regardless or not, it's insane. It's an insane, crazy twist. So we are just awaiting a news conference now, literally less than 22 minutes from now. Or actually, I'm sorry, 18 minutes from now, the FBI is going to give us a news conference on this case and are saying they have a major announcement.
They don't drink, but at the point when you lit them up,
you don't drink or anything.
She started hitting him.
Yeah, I was yelling at him, and then when you started doing that,
We're watching it right here, Cassandra. This is the news. We're watching it.
Like hit the curb. You said it was Gabby?
You're not getting what you're watching right now. You could go to 1,000 different channels and it's going to be the same thing. Like, this is the latest news.
Try to meditate stuff, but you tend to have a lot of anxiety and stress.
Yep. Thank you, Dolly. Love you, babe.
Is he usually pretty patient with you?
Absolutely. Thanks to everybody who's come in. We're going to let this play here as we await this news conference. Shout out to all the Facebookers. I see you guys in the house. Thank you. Shout out to all you Twitchers. Periscope, I see you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming through. Definitely.
I've taken my anxiety and bringing it down, but my ex-wife,
definitely share this video.
I know it's a little personal, but help you understand.
Because I have a feeling when this news conference comes.
Spiral, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how much I love her. It may be bad for your soul. Just saying. I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but if you know you have anxiety, look at the situations you can get in.
This is so sad.
You know what I mean?
And also, too, let me just say, too, if you want to buy an ad on the channel, on the platform, you are more than just get in touch with me. If you want any sort of advertisement services, I actually can promote ads on the stream, like this little spot could be yours. And I also play videos, that sort of thing, to promote products, that sort of thing, as long as it's in line with my platform. So definitely contact me. My contact information is in the description of the video if you would like any sort of advertisement services. So I wanted to make sure to say that. Now, Gabby almost went to jail. Now let's just take I'm going to check Twitter real quick. I want to see what Twitter is because you guys know it, different social media, different, things happen.
And thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox, where we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the nation. Thank you for joining us here on Live Now as we bring this breaking news coverage, showing you that body cam footage there. In the Gabby Petito case, a body has been found in Wyoming where searchers are looking for her. Now, a body has been found in Wyoming, but the person's identity has not been confirmed. But again, there will be a live FBI press conference at 4 p.m. Central Time. So in about 15 minutes from now, we will try to get that shot up for you and bring you that live coverage here on Live Now from Fox. The body was found in Teton County. Teton County Coroner Brent Blue confirmed to Fox News that a body has been found. The person's identity has not been confirmed.
have a really
And again,
bad
Petito
feeling
vanished
about
in August while
this.
traveling across the country with her boyfriend, Brian
Oh,
Laundrie.
Betty.
He returned home
Yeah.
without her and has been named
Women
a
can be
person
just
of
as abusive.
interest. While
Absolutely.
Laundrie has remained silent as searches for Gabby get underway, her family has become increasingly vocal in the calls for him to talk and for the public to be on the lookout. Again, bringing you this breaking news coverage. A body has been found near the search site for Gabby Petito. Again, the body's identity has not yet been confirmed, but there will be a live press briefing in about 15 minutes from now, and we will bring that to you live here on
I've got
Live
something
Now
else
from
I
Fox.
want to
Let's still
show
get a
you.
listen in on this body cam footage from released earlier in the week.
Okay, I want to show you guys something else as well here. This is an overview, a helicopter overview. That's why I love looking at, Twitter and different other social media platforms and things. Lots of people copy me. They always have, but that's okay. I don't mind being an influencer. It's flattering. Okay, now this is check this out.
And we'll have more on what investigators may have found there in Grand Teton National Park.
Again, you're
into this case.
This is an overview from a helicopter looking down at the site where evidence has been found. I can confirm that the coroner's office was dispatched by a deputy coroner on the scene to recover a body that was found in the forest. Teton County Coroner Dr. Brent Blue has said. Let me go back here. And this is the area that her body, the body
what
was
investigators
found. She has
may
not
have
been
found
confirmed
there in Grand Teton National Park.
Again, you're
into this case, and we'll have more on what investigators may have found there in Grand Teton National Park.
Again, you're
into this case, and we'll have more on what investigators may have found.
The family says they were
there
driving
in
through.
Grand
Okay,
Teton
listen
National
to this.
Park.
again.
The Red, White, and Bethune family bloggers have given me permission to share this video. The family says they were driving through Grand Teton National Park around 6 p.m. on August 27th and spotted Gabby Petito's van. They were just going through old video and saw the van. Look, guys. Look. There's the van parked at this same area on August 27th. Wow. Wow. And they actually caught footage of it. So this van was parked here. And this will be evidence. Wow. Okay. This is Gabby when she worked at Knoll Cafe in 2019. She's so young. Video, Gabby's van spotted August 27th, Spread Creek. Again, this footage is going everywhere. Everywhere. Because that's going to be evidence. Now, another van life type has been in touch with the FBI about spotting Gabby Petito's van. She also spotted Brian Laundrie, but he was alone.
So I saw Brian Laundrie parking his van August 26th at Spread Creek. So I'd already reported to the FBI what I had seen, I wasn't 100% sure, but now that there's dash cam footage of the van where I saw it,
wow,
I'm 100% certain that I did see him parking his van. And he was very kind of awkward and confused, and it was just him. There was no Gabby, but that's only because as a van lifer, I was checking out their van, and I was checking out to see if it was a couple or a solo dude. So it was a solo dude as far as I could see, unless she was in the back somewhere. But when I pulled up, he was driving still and hadn't yet pulled over. So I was like, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to get over? Or are you going to let me pass? Because it's only one car width of the road. And he kind of pulled over like halfway and made me drive out of the road to go around him. So I thought it was just really weird. And for a timeline, it was parked on the 26th, I believe. So I saw Brian Laundrie parking his van August 26th at Spread Creek. So I'd already reported to the FBI what I had seen, and I wasn't 100% sure, but now that there's dash cam footage of the van where I saw it, I'm 100% certain that I did see him parking his van.
Wow.
And he was very kind of awkward and confused, and it was just him. There was no Gabby, but that's only because as a van lifer, I was checking out their van, and I was checking out to see if it was a couple or a solo dude. So it was a solo dude as far as I could see, unless she was in the back somewhere. But when I pulled up, he was driving still and hadn't yet pulled over. So I was like, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to get over? Are you going to let me pass? Because it's only one car width of a road. And he kind of pulled over like halfway and made me drive out of the road to go around him. So I thought it was just really weird. And for a timeline, it was parked on the 26th, I believe. So I saw
Everybody,
Brian
make sure
Laundrie
you like
parking
the
his
video,
van August
please.
26th.
Like the
at Spread
video,
Creek.
subscribe,
So
and
I'd already
definitely
reported to
share
the
it
FBI
out
what I had
for sure,
seen,
for sure.
so I wasn't 100% sure,
the
but now
word
that there's
out.
dash cam footage of the van where I saw it, I'm 100% certain that I did see him parking his van.
That is just
And
crazy.
he was very kind of awkward and confused, and it was just him. There was no Gabby, but that's only because as a van lifer, I was checking out their van, and I was checking out to see if it was a couple or a solo dude. So it was a solo dude as far as I could see, unless she was in the back somewhere. But when I pulled up, he was driving still and hadn't yet pulled over. So I was like, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to get over? Are you going to let me pass? Because it's only one car width of a road. And he kind of pulled over like halfway and made me drive out of the road to go around him. So I thought it was just really weird. And for a timeline, it was parked on the 26th, I believe. So I saw Brian Laundrie parking his van August 26th.
So let's go. We are getting ready, guys.
So I
Less
already
than
reported to the
8
FBI
minutes
what I had
away
seen,
here.
so
Okay, hold on. Police just entered Brian Laundrie's home in Northport. Oh, this was on the 17th.
Where's Gabby? We need some answers. Her family's us.
This is what they dealt with trying to go question him about the disappearance of Gabby. Unbelievable.
I think you're left.
Update. Neighbor snaps a pic of alleged Brian Laundrie leaving on foot 1 hour before police arrived to his family home.
Leaving from the back of the property, which is... So this is a photo of what some neighbors saw this gentleman walking down Ulster, leaving from the back of the property, which is...
Why is he so scared? What are you running for, Brian? What are you running for? Like, seriously, why? What are you running for? Back of van door appears to open, then close as hikers approach. Check it. This is footage of this van. So it's closed or open, and then they close it. Has YouTuber solved missing Gabby Petito disappearance? Okay. Now, this was her original post. So wherever this area is, which is in Spread Creek, if it's anywhere near where this body is been found, then yeah, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be, that's going to become some evidence. That's going to become some serious evidence. All right, let's get back to YouTube. We know we've got we definitely have got some news conference or a news conference coming up here in literally 5 minutes. So let's go on back. Give me just a second. Let me bring the stream up. They are saying, let me see here. Okay, here we go. Let me just make sure they're getting things set up right now for the press conference. Guess they're going to let the chat go, I guess, which is kind of crazy. But let me see if I can just check something else. Give me 1 sec if you don't mind. So heartbreaking. Gabby Petito. Okay. Let's see, live upload date. Okay.
Now from Fox when we get that feed up, but it is scheduled to start within the next 5 minutes or so.
All right, guys,
and
I'm
we are
going to go
keeping a
on
close
mute.
eye on
We're
that
going to
feed.
let this go so we can watch this news conference together.
But in the meantime, we are showing you some of that body cam footage from earlier in the week. This making major headlines over a week going now at this point. But yes, a body has been found where that search is
Hey,
underway in
Cece,
Wyoming. But there is yet to have that clear confirmation on the identity of the body. But we will have more information.
Yeah, like I
coming
cover
up
all
shortly
colors of
here on
race
Live Now from
on
Fox.
my channel, but I do feel you. There are many missing Black women who do not get the same level of coverage that missing white women would
And
get.
as we
And that
await
is very,
that
very
press
true.
conference to begin, let's
That's
just
been
raise the
something
volume a
that's
little
been
bit, give you a
discussed
little bit more
for
listen
many
into
years.
this
But
body cam
I
footage that was released
I
just a
report
couple
on
days
all
ago.
colors.
The best thing we can do.
I have no discrimination on that. This story is, when I tell you that this story, there was no way a crime blogger really could crime blog without talking about this story. This story is absolutely everywhere right now. But shout out to, we've got over 200 people watching right now from Facebook, Periscope, YouTube. Thank you guys. And I just want to say that our hearts go out to Gabby's family during these trying and horrible times. I just really want to say that let me just mute this here. I just really want to say that we cover these stories, we talk about this crime news, but it's so important not to become desensitized to it to the point to where you don't feel anything. And, I just want to be really clear that from the LeakYou family, all of us here at the LeakYou family, we are so sorry for this whole situation even happening. Now, again, it has not been confirmed that this is her body, but we're all about to find out what the FBI has to say. It is 4:59. We're talking 1 minute before this news conference starts. So I just wanted to say that from all of us here at LeakYou.com and InterloperNation.com, we are all very sorry for this entire situation. And regardless of who it is, whose body that is, our hearts go out to their family. So much love, you guys. But let's listen in, because we are now at press conference time here. FBI press conference. We should be getting it any second. They're setting up right now. I'm going to go ahead and go on mute.
They can decide to drop her, or they can decide to give her a plea and make it kind of go away so we heard from her. But that still does not eliminate the first court appearance that she has to attend, which thankfully for you guys is going to be online. You don't have to. So if you're out of town, here's the thing: if you're out of town and she doesn't come into her court appearance online, they can suspend her driver's license, they can issue a warrant for her. So she needs to play ball. Does that make sense? Yeah. And remember, her team, me and her team, I'm sorry about all this, I apologize again. But so she's got her online court date, just to acknowledge that she's her, and then she's got one for the. Well, there's automatically right now there's something called a no contact order in place. Yeah, from this point forward until tomorrow, if you wish to drop it, you have to go to the 217 East Center Street, Mon City Police Department.
I've got all the paperwork.
And you have to give it to you. You want to fill out a waiver that you're requesting a waiving of the contact with you, no contact. No contact with you, she cannot come into contact with you, she cannot talk to you, she cannot text you, she cannot go onto any premises to talk to client, she cannot go to your vehicle. And until you drop that, or until a court date, if you don't drop it, it stays in effect until midnight on the day before. And then that gives you time to get the text order, a long-term one, if you feel like you need them. It sounds like you don't even want this one. So tomorrow, they open at 8, you can go to the police department, you can sign the waiver, they can remove it, then you can say, hey babe, where you at? Let me pick you up. You pick her up. Now, we're hoping not to put her in jail, but if she doesn't have somewhere to go tonight, to be separate from you, then I can't talk to her now because it's separation, right? Yeah.
So tell me this. Do you guys have enough money for like a hotel room or anything like that? Because what we could do is we'd cite her for this, and then I'd give her a ride over to whatever hotel you guys is choosing.
Pick up her tomorrow if you want
And
to know what
on your way to go pick her up, you stop over there at the PD, sign the paperwork that they're requesting, and then you can go pick her up quite literally within minutes.
Unless you know someone else in town that's a friend that you can stay with.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately not. I don't, but I guess that, man, I sure hate to, I don't want her to go to jail. Well, if she goes to jail, it's like, that goes down somewhere instead of her going to a hotel, right? If you get a citation, it kind of depends. So if she goes to jail, they're going to book her. I'm going to take the fingerprints, yeah. Go on the criminal history. And then if they don't.
Thank you, Mr. Carruthers. Thank you, Mr. Carruthers. I appreciate that.
Found guilty and show up there.
Right now, guys, we are awaiting right now this press conference. I'm looking at it. Okay, they've not yet started. We're waiting for them to open up the feed. People are starting to get to the podium, but it's there's I see them running the cable now. They're about to load the feed up. But again, a body has been found near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, the exact same search area where they have been searching for Miss Gabby Petito. Her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, is also missing as of today. As of actually since the 17th, we've seen evidence of him being caught on cell phone cameras, leaving his home about 1 hour before police came to speak to him. It's pretty unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, right now they're still setting up. I see them moving fast, but guys, I'm just gonna let this keep playing here while we continue to await this FBI news presser. They're saying they're gonna have a pretty major announcement, so we're gonna see what they have to say. But the overall footage, even looking down, guys, they've got a tent covering an area where it's obvious a body has been found in a campground. And basically, it's at Spread Creek Dispersed Campground, Wyoming. And where did they say that white van was parked? Spread Creek, Wyoming. That's what that lady said. She said that van was parked in Spread Creek, and it just so happens that Spread Creek is where this body was found. All right, guys, we're going to continue to listen to this body cam footage that was taken during an incident between Brian and Gabby, because we are waiting on this news press conference. They are literally tightening up the microphones right now. He is working as hard as he can. I'm looking at him, guys. But we're just awaiting it right now. So I'm going to go quiet, and I'm going to put this back on here while we await this news presser by the FBI.
The body was found in Teton County, and the coroner, Brent Blue, confirmed to Fox News that a body had been found. The person's identity, however, has not yet been confirmed. We should hear more from the FBI in just moments on this case. Now, Petito vanished in August while traveling across the country with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. He returned home without her and has been named a person of interest. Now, Laundrie has remained silent
listen
as
here,
that search continues.
Mister, don't here, and I'm even going to time you out because I just don't like, we always get some new people that'll come into the chat, you know what I'm saying, and like say stupid shit like this right here. The title's very clear. Gabby Petito case with a separator character, a pipe, actually. Then it says body found in Wyoming, and then hyphen, awaiting police news conference. That's what my video is titled as, sir. So, do you understand what a separator character is? I'm just wondering. Okay, you don't? Okay, then you might want to shut the fuck up. Have a good day, sir.
For Gabby, her family has also become very vocal for him to talk and for the public to be on the lookout.
I don't clickbait around here. What are you talking about? You seen how many subscribers
Thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox, where we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the nation.
All right,
and
guys,
bring you
let's just
this
continue to
breaking
listen
news
here.
Coverage. A body has been found where Gabby Petito search is underway in Wyoming, and it looks like we have that shot up. It has not started yet, but let's switch that shot over. That is going to be beginning soon from the FBI.
Yes, we're getting this news conference. Okay. All right, I'm going on mute, guys, while we listen to this.
And this shot is now up. Body found where Gabby Petito's search is underway in Wyoming. We do not have identification of that body, but we will have that press briefing as soon as it kicks off. Was scheduled to begin at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, so just moments away from this press conference, beginning with the FBI on the latest in the Gabby Petito case.
Transmission. We'll call you right back. Transmission. Hey, this is Jason Scanlon. I don't know what circuit I'm supposed to be on. 185.
I think they just finally figured out their audio wasn't working.
Check one, check one. Hard one.
Yeah, it's on their end. It's not me. It's on their end. I think they're figuring out their sound issues now.
Gosh. We found the problem. Control, do you hear me now?
Yep.
Check 1, 2.
All right,
check
guys,
1,
I'm going on
check
mute.
1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, the level's good. Level's good. I'm just going to do last one. Copy that.
Okay, can we start in 2 minutes?
2 minutes. We're going to start in 2
You are finished in the morning.
Did you get the password? On the board. Oh, on the board. Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, that's all. She's asking for turn off their TV. All right.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox as we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the country. We just received the 2-minute warning. This press briefing is about to start in just 2 minutes from now. This press briefing is supposed to begin in 2 minutes. We received the 2-minute warning on this FBI press conference in the search for Gabby Petito. Body has been found, but we do not have confirmation on the identity. But this is going to start in just moments from now. We will get more information from FBI in the Gabby Petito case. Again, in breaking news, a body has been found in Wyoming where searchers are looking for her. And this is just moments from starting. A body has been found in Wyoming where searchers are looking for missing woman Gabby Petito. Now, a body was found in Teton County. Teton County Coroner Brent Blue confirmed to Fox News that a body has been found, but at this point, the person's identity has not been confirmed. But we may get some more information in this press conference coming up in just moments from now. Again, breaking news coverage. A body has been found in the area where they have been searching for missing woman Gabby Petito, and now there will be a press conference on this starting in just moments from now. But thank you all for being with us here on Live Now from Fox, where we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the nation and breaking news as it becomes available. This press conference just moments away from kicking off, where we will have more information in the case of Gabby Petito. This FBI press conference scheduled. And let's get a listen in. You're watching Live Now from Fox.
Right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll have time for a brief statement. Because this is an ongoing investigation, we won't have time for questions. Please.
Good afternoon. My name is Charles Jones. I'm the Supervisory Senior Resident Agent here in Wyoming for FBI Denver. Standing with me here today are Acting Chief Ranger Matt Wilbur with the National Park Service, Hunter Bailey, who is Chief of the National Park Service Investigative Services Branch. We also have Teton County Sheriff Matt Carr and Jackson Police Chief Michelle Weber. First and foremost, on behalf of the FBI personnel and our partners, I would like to extend sincere and heartfelt condolences to Gabby's family. Joe and Tara Petito and Jim and Nicole Schmidt. As every parent can imagine, this is an incredibly difficult time for the family and friends. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We ask that you all respect the privacy as they mourn the loss of their daughter. As you are aware, FBI personnel, in coordination with our partners at National Park Service, the Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department, have been conducting an investigative activity in the vicinity of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. Earlier today, human remains were discovered consistent with the description of Gabriel Gabby Petito. Full forensic identification has not been completed to confirm 100% that we found Gabby, but her family has been notified of this discovery. The cause of death has not been determined at this time. We appreciate your continued support and patience as we work through this process. The vicinity around Spread Creek campsite will remain closed to the public until further notice. This is an active and ongoing investigation, so we ask everyone maintain distance from law enforcement personnel and equipment, vehicles, and related activity for their own safety, as well as to protect the integrity of our work and respect privacy for Gabby's family. We appreciate the tremendous support from the public. The support from the public's response to request of tips has been remarkable. We continue to seek information from anyone who utilized the Spread Creek dispersed camping area between the dates of August 27th and August 30th. Anyone that may have had contact with Gabby or her boyfriend, or who may have seen their vehicle in that area. Please share any new information with the FBI at tips.fbi.gov or 1-800-CALL-FBI. And finally, the Denver Field Office Direct is 303-629-7171. Photos and videos can also be uploaded at fbi.gov/Petito. We thank our partners at the National Park Service, the U.S. Forest Service, Teton County Sheriff's Office, and Jackson Police Department for their collaboration and diligence in this investigation. They surged their resources in a very short amount of time, and their personnel have intimate knowledge of the rugged terrain that we're dealing with, which made this process much more difficult. We greatly appreciate the invaluable skill and expertise of the Teton County Search and Rescue Team. We also thank the community of Jackson and the surrounding areas for the hospitality and for accommodating a rapid influx of law enforcement personnel in the area. In order to protect our investigative process and increase probability of successful prosecution should it be necessary, we have no additional comments. We appreciate your cooperation and respect for Gabby's family, loved ones during this difficult time. Thank you.
So can you please tell us why you led to that campsite in particular, as opposed to
It's an ongoing investigation, sir. We cannot answer those, unfortunately, at this time.
My name is Gabriel. I am in Jackson, Wyoming, right now inside the Grand Teton National Park at the Visitor Center. We just heard from the They have recovered body parts consistent with descriptions of body, which places the basement and our partner. Actually outside of the search efforts
And thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox as we bring raw, unfiltered, and nonstop news from all across the nation. We were just showing you that live press conference from the FBI. There is still no 100% confirmation, but because they need to get that official identification first. But they said that it does fit the description. They offered their condolences. So we can say that it is believed that the body is of Gabby Petito. But again, they have notified the family. And thank you for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm Stephanie Weaver reporting out of Los Angeles. FBI just speaking on this case. The body believed to be that of Gabby Petito. Again, they do need to get 100% confirmation, but did say that the family has been notified and they did offer their condolences.
Wow, guys. I definitely, this isn't something I was not expecting. Again, as we've been sitting here talking today, we've found all sorts of evidence, footage of her van parked at this area, specifically Spread Creek. The van was spotted there by a woman. We seen her video that she posted. There was also footage caught of the van in Spread Creek, and now this body has been located in Spread Creek at a campground, and FBI has identified it as Gabriel Petito because the remains match. Of course, they're going to do confirmation using DNA and all of that, but they are able to comfortably come out and say what they've said because, the remains were a match to her. This is a horrible outcome. Now the question is, where is Brian Laundrie? He's now missing. There's been a huge search party ongoing for him in Florida, where he returned in Gabby's vehicle without Gabby. He has not helped the police. His family has also not helped the police. A matter of fact, when the police came to speak to him, they had one of the parents handed the police the number of Brian's attorney. He has not spoke at all. So I also, want to let you all know that the Washington Post has also now published this information as well. And you know what that means. But guys, we've been doing crime blogging for a long time, haven't we? Right? Over a decade of crime blogging. We've done this so much. We've seen so many of these cases. I'd like to drop the link. I don't typically do this, but I'm going to drop the link for those who may want to come up and speak on this case. Now, where is Brian? Hey, Marquise, that's kind of what I'm wondering. He was spotted on a photo. One of his neighbors spotted him leaving his home about an hour before the police came. And it's like, wow. And you literally see him walking away. There is so much footage and evidence that internet's web sleuths have been putting online. It's just amazing. Everybody has cameras these days, Everybody has cameras these days. And so it's so awesome that that camera, and a matter of fact, I'd like to show this to you. Look at all this footage that just from people that are driving down a road, and they find, as you can see here, their video, this one here, this is a video. Rumors are speculating that it looks like a male figure is digging something here. Digging in a field right next to the van. Right before they slow it down to show the van, you see it on the left, and you see him right there. You see him right there. You see him right there. Yep. Now, let me go up here to the top and kind of show you what I'm talking about, because you may have just came in, but we've been tracking things all day. This is an overview of the area. Well, this, I guess, they've got canine search dogs on the scene to hunt for Brian Laundrie, because we definitely want to know where he is at this point. They are hunting for him big time. Wow, I'm in the stream. Shout out to LeakYou.com. Okay. Give me a sec here. I want to show you this footage of the, okay, now here we go. Now this is the helicopter footage over the area where the body was located, okay? This is the tent that's covering the area where the body was located. Yeah, you could see they had to get there on horseback because of the terrain, okay? Now, the Red, White, and Bethune family bloggers gave permission to share this video. The family says they were driving through Grand Teton National Park at around 6 p.m. on August 27th and spotted Gabby Petito's van. They were just going through the old video and saw the van. Again,
we actually weren't able to find any sites, and we ended up driving back through, saw it again, but here it is on the left. So.
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
That's it.
Kind of freaky for a.
That's it. That is the van that was spotted. This is the Spread Creek dispersed camp area of the park. So these are photos police provided of the van where it is now at the Northport Police Department. But guys, the van was parked at the Spread Creek dispersed camp area of the park where this body has been found. And they even, like I said, there's footage which seems to show him digging. And it's like, what is this in the footage right here? Isn't that kind of creepy right there? Like, what is that?
We actually weren't able.
I noticed that in the other footage. Hey, you never know. Some people feel like, spirits, that sort of a thing. But you can see somebody's definitely over there in that area. No question. This was the footage we showed where the back van door was open and then closed when the person drove up on it. There's so much footage out here. It's crazy. You can see him. There's the van. You see somebody over here. Now, look at this. Man, you guys are amazing. You crime web sleuths. Wow, these are the sandals, okay? Look, these are the sandals that Gabby had on. But here they are. Here the sandals are outside the van from the footage of them. Y'all, these web sleuths are not playing around. You hear me? They are not playing around. They found her sandals or her sandals right there behind that van. What's she doing walking around without sandals? Unbelievable, y'all. Unbelievable.
Petito's Ford Transit van. It's kind of wild, like it's saying a little bit because we're approaching it up here on the left-hand side. This is most definitely Gabby Petito's Ford Transit van. It's kind of wild, like it's saying a little bit because we're approaching it up.
Huh. Y'all, this is heartbreaking to say the least. And, rest in peace. Rest in peace to Gabby Petito. And I wish nothing but the best for her family. I know this has got to be shocking beyond words.
At Spread Creek.
Now,
So I
remember
already
what she
reported to the
said.
FBI what I had.
Spread Creek, right? The van was in Spread Creek. We've got footage of people driving right past the van is parked in Spread Creek. This woman says she drove right by the van in Spread Creek. This body is found in Spread Creek.
So I saw Brian Laundrie parking his van August 26th at Spread Creek. So I'd already reported to the FBI what I had seen, I wasn't 100% sure, but now that there's dash cam footage of the van where I saw it, I'm 100% certain that I did see him parking his van, and he was very kind of awkward and confused, and it was just him. There was no Gabby, but that's only because as a van lifer, I was checking out their van, and I was checking out to see if it was a couple or a solo dude. So it was a solo dude as far as I could see, unless she was in the back somewhere. But when I pulled up, he was driving still and hadn't yet pulled over. So I was like, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to get over? Are you going to let me pass? Because it's only one car width of the road. And he kind of pulled over like halfway and made me drive out of the road to go around him. So I thought it was just really weird. And for a timeline, it was parked on the 26th, I believe. So I saw.
Wow. Well, guys, this is it for right now. This is the raw footage right
We
here.
got camera footage going through the Grand Teton Park around 6 to 6:30 p.m.
This is at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. We got there and there was a huge gravel lot, and we decided we wanted to try to drive more toward the back because we had heard the views were better back there. So we were heading back on this long dirt gravel road.
And we came across a white van that had Florida plates, a small white van. We were going to stop and say hi because we're from Florida too, but the van was completely dark. There was nobody there, so we decided to continue on our way.
Yeah, the van looked like it was pretty much kind of abandoned. We figured maybe they were out hiking or they were just chilling inside. There was no doors open. It was just kind of, neat to see a Florida plate, on the other side of the country. It's not something you see all the time.
But we wanted to include this in the video just in any way that we can help and get this out there to be able to find Gabby Petito. So if you could share it, if you know anything, please don't hesitate.
Yeah, as we're coming up on it, we're approaching it up here on the left-hand side. This is most definitely Gabby Petito's Ford Transit van. It's kind of wild, like it's saying a little bit, because we drove past. We actually weren't able to find any sites, and we ended up driving back through, saw it again, but here it is on the left. So.
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
But kind of freaky for a late Saturday evening, but we just kind of had a brain fart. Oh my God, there's that van. So if anybody can help, I know the FBI is looking for all the help.
Wow.
On.
Yep, this was in Spread Creek dispersed campsite. So, guys, thanks to everybody who came through, and I appreciate everybody that showed some support. Thank you to those of you who sent cash apps. I really appreciate that. You all know that we survive off donations around here because we don't have monetization, but we pour it right back into our platforms. And I really appreciate the donations for one. I will continue to monitor this story, and I will, definitely keep you guys updated on this situation. Until next time. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, we got Mr. Carruthers in. Hey, Mr. Carruthers.
Hello, LeakYou.
I almost missed you.
Oh, I just wanted to come up and say, out of 71 years of living, I am so tired of people doing these kind of things and the young people doing it to each other. But I want to commend you on your platform. And I know you've been through a lot of rough stuff yourself, but this kind of stuff here makes me have faith in the human beings. I mean, in the world once again. If it hadn't been for all them YouTubers out there that seen something or, videotaped it and kept up with her, it may have been longer before, they found her. But
or may never have found her.
Yeah, but like I said, oh, God bless her family, and we all know that in our hearts, we know there's probably Gabby. So may she rest in peace forever. And the little short life, excuse me, because I get emotional with young people.
Oh, it's okay, Mr. Carruthers. She was 22-year-old young woman. It's okay. You probably heard I was emotional earlier too. I had to stop myself.
Yeah, and, because I have daughters. They're young compared to me, but they're still my daughters, and I would hate to wake up some morning, even at my age, and find out something like this had happened to my child. So once again, my heart goes out to the family, and I'm going to thank you, LeakYou, for you being you.
Thank you, Mr. Carruthers. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Okay, and just like I try to tell people, just learn to tell somebody I love you every day, because we never know. We never know. And with that, I'll say goodbye to you and thank you once again, LeakYou.
Thank you, Mr. Carruthers. Until next time. I know there was an echo there, but there was no way I was going to ask him to worry about a tab he may have had open. Period. I appreciate you, Mr. Carruthers, and Mr. Carruthers has a channel. William Carruthers is the name of the channel. Definitely go follow, go subscribe. He's really a nice-hearted person, and I really enjoy listening to him, and he comes through, and I always appreciate his point of view on things as well, for a variety of different reasons that I don't have to explain to anyone. I just like me some Mr. Carruthers, so I'm very appreciative, and thank you. I appreciate the comments. And like he says, this lady was 22 years old. And if you're as old as I am, I have a granddaughter at this point in my life. And God forbid something like that would happen to any member of my family. And so I kind of feel like Mr. Carruthers does right now, that it kind of feels like maybe there is some faith in humanity, you know? But I I don't think I agree also too, if there weren't all of these videos, these YouTube feeds, these people's cameras on their dash cams to protect themselves and the recording, we may not have even gotten all the evidence that we've gotten that's going to come into play. Absolutely, yes. Let me drop Mr. Carruthers' link. Hold on just a second. Give me just 1 second. I'll be more than happy to drop that. And I absolutely encourage all of you to subscribe. Let's see here. Let me grab it. All right. I'm going to copy the link for Mr. Carruthers in the chat here. That's a link to his entire channel. Subscribe, check out his videos, and make sure you hit the bell so you get all his notifications. But yeah, he's a well-known person and a personality on these YouTube streets. I think everybody knows him. So, but guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And I just want to say thank you, Mr. Carruthers, again. I appreciate you coming up. We'll definitely do this again. And, unfortunately, there's going to be more of these types of stories that I'll be covering. And it's just what I've done for many years. And sometimes it's very difficult for me to cover these types of stories because you have to open yourself up to a lot of negativity. Yes, Marquise. Well, the police are saying that those killings of these two women are not connected, yet some people are saying that they are connected. So just note that there is also two women that were found shot to death at a campsite in Moab, Utah. I hope I said that right, Dolly. But we don't know if it's related yet, but I can say I'm very thankful that Gabby was found. There's nothing worse than not knowing, the not knowing will kill a person. So I'll definitely follow up on that story, Marquise, and we'll provide an update on that. And you guys definitely subscribe not only to my Leak You channel, but the Crimes and Investigations channel. This is the only type of content we put on Crimes and Investigations. And we have been growing amazingly, and I'm very thankful for that. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. Now we need to turn our attention to where is Brian Laundrie? Where are you, Brian? The whole world wants to know. So guys, I'll keep monitoring this. If he shows up or something changes, tonight I will go live. Yeah, actually the majority of it. I have been known to dibble and dabble in some other type content, but I'm getting, I've my chops are getting better. So basically, my rule of thumb with all my supporters is if you see the word screwed and chopped or the phrase screwed and chopped in the title of a video, then just know that that is a video that I might be doing some fuck shit on. That's all I got to say. So that's the agreement that I made with my supporters. And, but yeah, I talk about crimes and justice, a lot of crimes and investigation content. Probably 30 to 40% of my content is around police brutality. And so yeah, I talk about a lot of different things, even down to UFOs and aliens, believe it or not. That's essentially, you can go to the LeakYou.com page and you will see all of my featured channels there, as well as a list of all my videos. So, but where is Brian Laundrie? I think, I hope he is too much of a coward too. I really, really, really do. It is. Screwed and chopped content is fun. And yes, I did make some salsa yesterday. Roasted salsa, guys, it's almost gone. I woke up this morning and my husband had dang near ate all of it. I was so mad. I'm like, really? You saved me because I made tacos too. And it's like, you saved me like a half a cup. I need like 3 cups. But yes. Oh, that's what's up. I absolutely love Heidi. That's my wifey here on the tube. That's my wifey, Heidi Fly. Heidi Fly Uchi, baby. I am definitely sitting there I'm a flight attendant, whatever you want to call it. I will definitely be a flight attendant if she needs help, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love Heidi Fly. Much love, much respect to Heidi. But yes, Brian is a coward. And Brian Laundrie, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, everybody's saying that, Trish. That the relation to like the Chris Watts story. Oh my gosh. But that is the question. Where is Brian Laundrie? Until next time, you guys.